Hi, I'm Kaylin, Coach Maven, creator of Soulkeeper and co-founder of the Golden Flow system of accelerated enlightenment and well-being. I don't know if you have ever watched Caesar Millan, the dog whisperer, but I find that life is filled with great examples that are illustrating and guiding us, and that it's a great way to see what we need to do within ourselves and to be the soul keeper parent that we want to be. Caesar, he always talks about having a calm, assertive energy with the dogs in order to be the leader of the pack. And I want you to think actually a little bit about your soul keeping as being a little like that. It is certainly not because we have dogs, we have children, and it's not because they're a pack, but you are a leader. You are, as the parent, you are in a leader position. You are there to help guide them, to be their confidant, as I like to say, and to really help them out. So it's important to have a certain energy with our children. So similar to what Caesar says, he talks about the fact that when you have this calm, assertive energy, what happens is the dogs pick up on that, and then they follow that. In other words, if we are, as people, stressed out and freaked out, or dealing with an emergency at work, that kind of thing, our children pick up on that, and then we don't understand why they're freaking out, and it's like, well, it's actually coming straight from us. You can say that they're reflecting it back to us, but truthfully, they are tuned into us. They're connected to us. We're connected to them, and we are soul models, or role models, if you will. And so the behavior that we model, that's what they're learning to do. That's how they're learning to respond to life and to handle things. Therefore, one of the most important things we can do as soul keepers is make sure that our energy or our emotional tone is the way that we want to model that theirs should be. For example, when there is a spill, one of the things that my daughter has learned to do is sort of look at me and go, I'll clean it up. It's no big deal. I'll clean it up. And it's true, because, there are some things that could happen that could be really horrid. Just, bless us all. Hopefully nothing horrible happens to any of us, and certainly not to our children. But so spilled milk at that point, it's really no big deal. Yes, I know that sometimes the kids are really, at the table trying to drink, and there's an accident. And I totally know that other times it's an attention getter. Whether it's an accident or not, whether they have a tantrum, fuss, cry, have a big drama or not, sometimes, whether they're conscious or subconscious about it, I know it's deliberate. I hear you. And I know that that's a really big frustration parents have. But when we remain calm, and when we don't get upset and accuse them, and go, no, I think that was deliberate, when we instead remain calm, what we're doing is we're showing them that, first of all, we're not going to respond in such a way that they're going to get so upset too. And at that point, they're being unhappy or upset because they spilled the milk, and are being unhappy or upset. Two upsets isn't going to make a right, so to speak. And instead, if we can be calm, whether they're doing it on purpose or not, and we can really look at the situation for what it is, and what it is some spilled milk, and we need to take care of that. And we also may need to address the fact that they're trying to get attention, which means that there's something going on with them. Then we can just handle that. Then we just say, oh, let's clean it up, and let's take care of this. And then maybe let's talk a little if you have the time. Let's see, why are you upset? Are you okay? Is there something else we can do? And every child's different. So you have to handle it as best you and your child obviously can, and doing what works for you both. But the idea is that when we can also remain in our soul keeper place, what happens is we can remain in a calm energy. We can keep our emotions focused on what's important and what's needed in the moment, and we can keep ourselves from reacting and turning a not so bad situation into something worse, and keep it from escalating. That's a real important piece, because we all know, if you've been around children at all, that otherwise things can escalate rather quickly and in ways that get very difficult to handle. So we certainly don't want that. Soul keepers, instead, they are focused on what's really important. And of course, what's really important is helping your child keep their soul. Thank you so much for joining me. Please do look for more videos and resources at coachmaven.com.